Greetings to the world of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squirrel Talk Review. Some of you may remember when I first stepped upon this platform that I would be reviewing movies as well. Well, that day has finally come. So, we're going to take a Slider, the annoying black guy from Transformers, and the bland chick from Planet of the Apes, throw in a Kangaroo, and we've got ourselves a bad movie. This is Kangaroo Jack. But trust me, it's far worse than it sounds. Oh, so much worse. We're going to dive right into this movie about the Down Under. The movie opens introducing ourselves to the star of the film.
But there is one who is more elusive and clever than all the rest. And his name is Kangaroo Jack. But my story doesn't begin in Australia.
Your story? I thought the kangaroo was the star. Okay, fine, we'll learn about you.
Charlie Carbone. 3 things happened on this day that would change my life.
You're boring. I let Star Butterfly get away with narration, but I don't like you nearly enough to give you a pass. I'll just point out the characters because that's all this flashback seems to do. That's his mom. She has no lines of dialogue, so we don't care. And this is his new stepdad, a mob boss. Because, you know, nothing says family-friendly like a mob boss. This is his best friend, Lewis.
Every square inch of this beach if I'm going to make my car payment.
You've got a car.
No, but I will. Now step aside. My uncle only rented me this metal detector for the day.
Tell me Kid Lewis is nothing like adult Lewis. Oh. We also have his new stepbrother. Could you even try not making him look like a future villain of the story? The only thing important that happens here is the stepbrother tries to kill Charlie by throwing the football into the water. And Charlie rushes in, not knowing how to swim. Lewis saves him and they're friends now. We can start the movie already. It's now, however many years later, Charlie is a hairdresser, being pushed around by his mob family. Lewis comes in with the plot.
Look, man, I need a favor. I just got this job delivering TVs, but my partner got sick. He had one of those microwave chimichangas, man.
Lewis, why do all your stories start off this way?
So I need your help. If I don't get these TVs off the truck, man, I don't get paid.
This sounds illegal.
Yet you give the impression you always go along with it, despite you wanting to stay out of the family business.
I was busy that day 20 years ago on the beach, too, man. But that stopped me from saving this skinny little white kid from failing in surf. No, Charlie, you know, I stopped.
I find you very irritating. Just go to the part where they're moving the TVs. We divulge into more annoying dialogue, and suddenly, surprise, the totally legit operation is illegal. We have a dumb and boring car chase. Yes, they made a boring car chase. Why is it bad? Because this guy never shuts up. We're forced to endure his annoying screams throughout the entire thing. Long story short, the police follow them to a warehouse, but they avoid capture by blocking the path with empty barrels and escaping down the chute. Dumb and Dumber are brought before Charlie's father, the family-friendly mob boss.
Louis Booker, you degenerate moron. Were these medieval times and you a knight in shining armor?
Excuse me, what? This guy walks around mumbling through most of his dialogue in cheesy mobster stereotype lingo. Can I get some subtitles here?
A lion can raise a mouse, but the mouse is still a mouse.
Can I get some cheesy written mobster stereotype translation, please?
Booker, you degenerate moron. A lion can raise a mouse, but the mouse is still a mouse.
Instead of just killing them here, because, you know, it's a family film, they're given one last chance to redeem themselves.
It's simple. You take this envelope to JFK Airport. No problem. You catch tonight's flight for Sydney, Australia.
Wow, that's, you know, Lewis has got this thing.
Yeah, see, cause my mama, she got the gout, and if I...
Oh, shut up!
From Sydney, you take the old South Road due north to a place called Coober Pedy, where you meet a man named Mr. Smith. You give this envelope to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is expecting you no later than noon local time. You will not be late.
What's in here, man?
You will not look in that envelope under any circumstances.
How long till he opens it? We jump ahead to the plane and get more riveting scenes with these two dunderheads. Could someone throw them off the plane and be done with them?
How you doing?
Good.
This has no bearing on the plot whatsoever. Lewis finally opens the bag and finds it's full of money, so...
Someone's in here. Hey, it's me, Charlie. Open up.
What?
Okay. What the? Hey, check this out. Hey, you're not supposed to open this. Hey, man, it's like 50 grand there.
Oh my God. Something doesn't smell right here. Look at it.
No, I'm looking. I've never seen so much green in one little brown package.
And now it's in my hands.
Okay, stop! This goes on for a few minutes. This could work in some raunchy comedy, but this is a kid's flick! Families are coming to see cute kangaroo antics, not whatever the heck you call this! Let's roll ahead, skipping most of the scenes of these two doing nothing but making endless ear-grating noise. We reach an Australian montage. I guess the movie got bored of these two. Can't blame it, but most of these images are composed of the Jeep just driving. More scenes like...
Rolling in the land with the deep red sand, the big black man, the big black man.
Please tell me this isn't going to be the theme song of a future series spin-off. And finally the star of the film appears.
It's the national symbol of Australia, and I killed it.
Let's recap. This is...
But there is one who is more elusive and clever than all the rest. And his name is Kangaroo Jack.
And they got run over by a truck. Most elusive, my furry butt. So Charlie tries to pull the kangaroo dummy to the side of the road when...
Hey, mate! Stop that, Lewis.
That is a dead animal.
Okay, look at it. Right there. Look at that.
This is a deceased animal.
You know what he looks like? Jackie Legs. Jackie Legs from Canarsie with the goatee. Always wears the sunglasses.
So Kangaroo Jack just looks like someone named Jack? He's not some kind of famous kangaroo or anything? He's just some random kangaroo, isn't he? Then what was with the whole opening bit? There's nothing special about this kangaroo. Playing with roadkill because, you know, it's a kid's film. And the kangaroo was swapped for a CG-roo just in time for... Ugh. Having two extremely annoying noises at once is not good for anyone's health. The reel takes off, but...
The kangaroo got the money.
Come again?
I put the money in the jacket, and the jacket on the kangaroo, and now he hopping away.
Are you two really this stupid?
Who puts a jacket with 50,000 on a kangaroo?
A dead kangaroo.
That doesn't make it any better. They chase Jack, which is just as bad as the first car chase. All the while listening to...
Look at that little fella go, Charlie! Look at him go!
Oh, someone please just shut him up.
Not look in that envelope.
Thank you. They crash their vehicle and must drown their sorrows at the local pub. We partake in eye candy as we watch CG-roos do whatever it is CG-roos do. This is nothing but boring filler. It's the cliché joke that Australians talk funny. Holiday har har. It doesn't work when you're actually supposed to understand what they're saying. They try to tell Mr. Smith they're going to be late, but it doesn't go over well. They meet Jesse, who gives them a tranquilizer to subdue Jack.
Stage 1, temporary blindness. Stage 2, partial paralysis. And Stage 3, complete shutdown of all motor skills.
I certainly hope that these explicit listed effects have no dire outcomes to some unfortunate individual. They also meet Blue, who has a bush plane to chase Jack. Really? I don't think any of you two have any skills to fire a dart out of a plane and hit a marsupial. After a flying scene of these clowns making noise constantly, the final outcome is as good as you can imagine. They hit the pilot with the dart. Hardy har har. Mr. Smith goes to the bar. Also, the stepbrother comes to Australia to kill Charlie. And what is with all these mobsters trying so hard to act like bad guys? Intimidating and glaring at everyone is not a good way to keep a low profile. How did you even clear customs? After crashing their plane, the idiots in distress decide to walk to where Jessie said she was going earlier. Yeah, they're dead. No survival training, harsh Australian outback, they're dead. The movie's over. That's it. I'm going home. Okay. We'll keep going. It's a mirage. Oh, just pan out already. Wouldn't you know it, before they can kick the bucket and end this movie, Jessie shows up to save them. You're not. You seriously are.
They feel so real.
I would like to remind all of my loyal subjects that this is a kids' movie!
It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
What?
Yeah, it's me.
That was a rhetorical question. I didn't want it to be answered.
You can talk.
And I can sing.
Please don't.
I said a hip hop. The hippie to the hip hop.
Nothing happens of value happens in this dream sequence. It's just more boring CG filler. And kind of creepy as well. Jessie and Charlie finally meet, and
unfortunately, it'll also make your testicles fall off.
For kids. This movie was... You know what? This movie isn't made for kids. Would you just swear or kill someone and make it PG-13 already? That's obviously your intended market, but it wouldn't even work for that. Jessie agrees to help. And did I mention how bland she is? She's bland.
Who even knew there were camels in Australia? These are noble beasts, my friend. Proud, majestic.
Really? Just when I thought this movie couldn't sink any lower. Well, now that that's out of the way... Oh, come on! It wasn't funny the first time!
You're trying my patience.
She knows what the rules are. There, no more of these camels.
So what do you think?
A beautiful CG masterpiece. And it's time for another musical montage to hide the fact that Jessie has no character and Lewis is annoying. They find Jack.
We have to disguise ourselves. Get rid of our human scent.
And how are we gonna do that?
By smearing a little makeup on their faces. This plan goes just about as well as this entire movie. Do you ever stop making noise? And now it's time for Charlie and Jessie, who've barely had a scene together, to have a moment. White outfit in water. This is rated PG, people. Did they see a kangaroo and go, oh, ew, it's a dumb kids movie or something like that? It's the only explanation I could think of.
You are so not even my type. You could kiss me right now and it wouldn't make the slightest difference.
This scene is so forced, sliding down sandpaper would be smoother. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but thank you, Lewis, for making it end quickly. Mr. Smith tracks them down. They want their money. Jessie sells them out to save her own butt. Who wouldn't choose life over these two idiots? Instead of killing them, remember, it's a kids' movie. They'll lead them through the desert, giving them ample time to escape. Speaking of which, really? You want scissors sticking into your butt this entire movie? I would have preferred biting down on something to sit through this.
Hey, sucker!
Oh, our prisoner said to put our hands up. We better do it.
My name's Carbone, which means skinny white boy with the gun.
You're not funny. More boring CG roof filler. Skip this. We've got to rescue Jessie.
What do you do for a living that makes you so brave, Charlie?
Really don't answer that.
I'm a hairdresser.
I'm sorry, there isn't anyone anywhere that could have actually made that sound cool. Also, incredibly predictable. Maniac's stepbrother appears, and surprise, he's evil. While the bad guys bicker amongst themselves, our idiots in distress make a break for it. Going after Jack. Another lame car chase, while they are totally actually riding those camels.
Get the dumb thing out of my face!
I got it.
Watch your head!
Watch out! For what? Ah!
How long does it take you to take a blanket off of the truck? Lewis grabs the money off a running kangaroo, but... Oh, let him fall, please just let him fall. I will have you hunted down and have your pants pulled up to your neck and thrown into a pit of lobsters. But the twist is still coming, turns out.
Cal's not disappointed because he cares about the money. He's disappointed because you two aren't dead. What do you think he was paying Smith 50 grand for?
You mean we traveled halfway across the world to pay for our own execution?
Really? And I thought the whole jacket on a kangaroo was stupid. What? You'd have a better chance of winning the lotto twice than getting rescued like that in the middle of nowhere like this. Charlie captured his evil stepbrother, or slightly tangles him. Come on, your gun is right there. Roll over and shoot him. What's he gonna do, throw more rope at you?
Pansy-ass retards are dead. You hear me? Dead! I'll slaughter you like veal! I'll weigh your eyeballs like jewelry!
Your overreacting is ridiculous. I liked you better when you're just glaring at everything. Is this movie over yet? Oh, we have one more moment between the pair, and finally, Jack appears. So Charlie takes the jacket off. Okay, fine. Now the movie... Oh, stop! This is just more boring CG-roo filler. The movie finally... Oh... This is a kid's movie! Put on a bra! The movie finally ends with more endless noise from Lewis. There! To say that this movie is awful is an...
Wait a minute! The movie's called Kangaroo Jack! It should end with me!
What?
Wait a minute!
No, that does not mean repeat! The movie ends with nonsensical, boring CG-roo filler. There! Now it's over. The movie is terrible. Jack, the thing on the cover, is nothing but filler. Everybody else is either overplaying their parts, dull as paper, or as annoying as a car alarm. The entire plot is stupid. And what is with all the mobsters and adult humor? What, were they making an adult comedy and halfway through realized how stupid it was? And instead of trashing this pile of pellets, they decided to dumb it down to release it as a kid's movie. I say stay far, far away from Kangaroo Jack. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk Review. And I must say, I am so glad it's over. So glad that there isn't any more of this absolute atrocity to view. You have got to be pulling upon my little furry...